What remains of Edith Finch? Can't even with what remains of Edith Finch? Can't even with what? Testing the sound. Can't even with what? Testing the sound. Testing the sound. Yeah, that seems about right. Good enough, at least. So yeah, I don't know much about this game, except that it's been getting very good. Very good reception. Very good reception. Giant Sparrow. It's the people who did Unfinished Swan, another one that I didn't play. Yeah, I'm curious about this one. I've heard it's only like 2 hours long, so a full playthrough shouldn't be too difficult. So let's see what we've got. Oh, just starts. Frame rate is super choppy. That normal? Oh, let me check my input. Oh. Edith Finch journal. R2.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
What was that, Edith? What's wrong with my... Okay. Enough nonsense, let's check it out.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it. My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Missing. If you have any information about Milton, call the Orcas Island Police Department. Missing 2003. Born in 2. No. 11. Sorry. Okay. Milton Finch. Who dat?
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Is this a mailbox?
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Okay, we got Milton and Lewis. Both gone or dead. No trespassing.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches. So already dividing paths. Probably go the same way.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Hoof prints? That means horses. Ooh. Or?
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Is it a haunted house? So what was that way? Probably just a different route, but maybe we can get some story bits from here.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
Oh.
As if they're about to say something but never do.
Alright, let's go back then. It's a very interesting, so far, just a very different way to tell a story. Guess it, so like a walking simulator, as people call it. How dark will it be if I... Yeah, very dark. So is this her car then? She in it too?
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
That is a pretty strange house. Can I do anything with it? Oh, here you have them. Lewis and Milton. Okay, so... I will probably get to this eventually. What's that? Milton's...
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
Odd.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
I mean, it looks like a pretty cool house. I would want one of these when I was growing up.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Doing some recycling over here, very nice to see.
The house felt like it had always been here, Even the swing set was older than my mother.
Is that out in the water? Can't really. So, wanna get in here?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Yeah.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Hey, I can't go back out. Oh. I wanted to check out the front door. My dad had one of these tennis balls in the garage, so he knew how far he could drive. Maybe it wasn't a tennis ball though. Just something on a string.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Yeah, Dawn and Eddie. So who are they? The parents or are they? We'll find out, I guess.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
So that's her. Eddie. She's the grandmother. It's in Dawn. Oh. Loving memory, Edith Finch. Brother to Edith, son of Dawn, great grandson to Edith.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
So dark. So dark.
Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Well, they definitely have too many books, too many paintings, and too many insects on the wall. Come on. Keep them in one room, always. Barbara. Dun, 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 dun.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara,
Oh.
along with the rest of the house.
Yeah. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Is the key to this place?
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement. so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Okay. So choppy frame rate. It hurts my eyes when turning. Sure you can see that? Same on stream?
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Sank? What's going on? So why do they have so many books? So many paintings. Can I climb this?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Okay, the left.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Great grandma. So, grandmother. Don't you? Oh, I'm back in the kitchen. Alright, so we got garage. Upstairs. This was probably the front door then, right?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
That's creepy. Isn't it?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Comment about this one?
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Is this... to it?
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Secret keyword here? I doubt it. Fuck! It did! 20,000 leagues under the sea.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Ooh.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Alright, but I want to explore the house a bit more first. This was the first room up upstairs. Who is this? What? 10-year-old? 60 years ago? At least?
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Wait, so... they just add another room and... seal it when the kid dies? I'm guessing that's what all the... it's on top of the house is. Too many books. Barbara Finch.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Star?
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Odin, that's a badass name. Barbara. $16 old.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
The fuck, dude? And what happened? In the midst, the plot thickens. Calvin and Sam. An astronaut and military guy? Patriot? Calvin, 1950 to 61.
My grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
I hope Calvin wasn't dead at the time. Then what happened to Sam? Okay. Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
This is a bathroom. A really funny looking carpet. Sven and Edie.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Alright, Sven actually got to decent age. Not everyone died as a kid, I guess. Well, obviously not the great-grandmother, or the people who had children of their own. You know what I'm saying, it's...
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay, and what is this cable? Plug that? Guess not. Guess not. Where was I then? I was locked. Here was the secret passage. Let's go and check it out.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Reading this? Do you mean the diary you're...
But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Too many books. It's the same books
Being
everywhere.
inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
I mean, it seems pretty clean, so... Someone must have been here, right? It's plastic flowers. This one looks real and dead, but... What a weird room for a little girl. Can I take this? Owl whistle. Whistle.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
In your room? Gerbil food. I don't want to eat the gerbil food. Pumpkin?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Can you eat a fish?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
What? Why did you do that? Of course you shouldn't eat a goldfish. I don't think that would be good for you, girl.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Fuck, really? It's just literal shit in it. In it, I mean.
I kept eating and eating.
Girl, you're not gonna feel too good in the morning. I ate
a lot of things that night.
Am I killing this girl by eating fucking everything I see?
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Okay, so I couldn't just leave.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. She have an accent?
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Trying to eat it.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Whoa, what was in that toothpaste? Can I... This is pretty cool.
I
Come
tried
here,
to
bird.
be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Be quiet. This bell around my neck will... Get you. High ground. Look at this. Stealth kill. No! Catch it!
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
They are obviously some kind of mannequins. gonna guess I can't stray from the main path here. I'm gonna try to catch this damn bird. Or I'm gonna eat her eggs. Can I not get up there? Get it!
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Wait, is this a treehouse? Someone's been here recently then.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore.
Well,
All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
are you a kid or are you a cat?
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Whoa.
Rabbits.
Can't see them. There. Yay, I got one.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Bigger than a rabbit? It's an owl? Car?
A mama rabbit.
Mama rabbit. What if I fly into this one? Bzz. They're everywhere. It's quite peaceful to be an owl. Can I just... Come on, Mama Rabbit. Mister. Another Mama Rabbit. Here I come, Mama.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
In the forest? What? In... Alright. What kind of game is this?
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Fishy, 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 fishy. No, it's a seal. Rawr!
Juicy seals. I tore off her flipper and it tasted really good.
But what about the rest of it? I can smell the blood.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
I am a snake now, or is this a tentacle? Am I the Kraken?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
What is this story she's telling? So confused.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Whoa! I even scared myself.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
What up, guy? Did it just eat everyone on this boat? Even the cat?
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Something you had to have?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Toilet? We're back home now, or?
I got closer and closer.
Yeah. Or are you talking about yourself?
All of my stomach started growling.
All your stomach.
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
All right. That was definitely like waking up from a dream. Yeah, no wonder she gets those kind of dreams. Interesting. What else is there? Can't jump down.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Okay. So what happened to
I
her?
spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Oh man, she has a lot of birds too. Had, obviously. And
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum.
Odin. Oh, 57, this guy.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune
Norway.
and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Ingeborg. Were you one?
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Whoa. This is weird.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Seems like it. Joining the great majority. Mysteries and death. Of death and thereafter. Right, so he was... Vacation tray.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Edie won't go.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Mole man beneath the Finch
Edie
house.
gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Right, what are we... What up, man? Oh, so it's the bathroom.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It was a
Who-
pretty big trace.
Yeah. Who has a bathroom like this? Not a new haircut, but yeah, a new setup. Well, I changed the setup a bit. I moved it around. I finally have 2 screens, which is nice. Yeah. Just cleaned everything up a bit. But it's still the same room, except I was facing that direction for. And a new game, What Remains of Edith Finch. Started out pretty strange, but I like it. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard.
The game. Whoops, sorry. The game and chat and the control pad and all that. It's kind of annoying to cast. Yeah. It's kind of annoying to cast everything and see yourself all the time. It gets annoying. Where were you? It isn't in the cupboard, it's in the last place you'd look. No.
It's hidden in this book.
That was nice. No offense taken, of course. Calvin Finch. Sold.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Milton. That was the boy who went missing. Fort Calvin. This was the brother who died? Sam shared a room with him. Most improved player. Footballer. National catcher. Marine Corps. Wait, for Sam and for Calvin. That's cute. That's cute. So yeah, he was a military boy. Can't even beat that.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Well, I guess just in case anyone wants to watch, it's easier in English. Bigger crowd, hopefully. And it also feels a lot more natural since all the games are in English. Switching with Swedish always make it sound ridiculous.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
It's gonna be weird.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
He died before he ate another. Is that a statue or is it an actual boy to the right? Um, is there any point to this? Can I? Oh, both sticks, of course.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
I was
I think
wondering why he
Calvin
only did it with
always
one.
wanted to fly.
Sam, Calvin, dinner's ready.
Dinner's ready.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
It's gonna get strange.
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already
It's
made
gonna
up his
get
mind.
worse before it gets better.
That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
So that's how that kid died? Are we just gonna find out how all of these kids died? Really bizarre ways?
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Made it like a fucking museum.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
What is this house, dude?
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Oh, we're back here? In the fucking... It's... something. Milton again. Yeah, that's a good question. That kid was only 11, so hopefully not LSD.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Bigfoot. Barbara Finch. Ooh, she even had a little doll of herself. Okay, what happened to Barbara then? Because she also died when she was very young, right? Happy birthday, Barbara. Stale old cake.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Barb Street.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Fuck, really? They made a comic book about a girl's death?
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Alright, Viper. Take care. Have a good one.
That was a great scream.
Thank you.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
So now I am doing it.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Really? Who wants some?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Very nice. Come on out. I can't see anything here.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh dear. Can I whack him?
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
and she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Liking this music. Which one was Walter's room? Finch.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
What?
He couldn't get enough.
He was smashing.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
The window? Oh no, right, they had one of these. All spaces.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
In Molly's room again? Climb out the
She thought
window?
about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Right, so where's Walter? Walter, under the bed?
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Didn't hear.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Is it another prank?
The hookman had vanished.
Fuck.
She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Who's there?
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
What?
Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
What the fuck? This is so weird. That's really good. So she was murdered
Edie
by...
told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Oh, shit, man. I like this a lot. This is really cool. Definitely don't know what to expect next. Alright, so go back out. Are we gonna get jumped?
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Alright, now maybe we can do that. Has it gotten darker in here? Key acquired. Sven.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Dragon? That's what killed Sven, right? The dragon fell on it?
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Be a cut off head in here?
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Secret door. Try to change the lighting here. Get a bit more mood. This is obviously way too dark. Maybe this is a better, bit more yellowish, greenish, but it'll do. It'll do.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Who was Walter? '52 to 2005. This. Just a painting? Painting behind a window. Another story?
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
76. It's 8 years. It's only been living on peaches.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped.
2005.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
So he lived in the basement for what? 50 years almost?
It's been a week now. The longest in 30 years.
30? 58.
I'm done waiting.
But now you're done.
I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Not from here, obviously. The hell? Oh, here. I missed that.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara. And Molly. And Calvin.
What?
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Are there actually monsters?
But I
in
need
this
to
story?
stop living the same day. Even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
We're not
I'm going
gonna.
to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
We're not gonna find out, are we?
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Fucking train? Did he get hit by a train? That's it?
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
What? That's so creepy, dude.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Man, that's so weird. Everything is weird. I like it.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
So was it the train like causing the noise that he was afraid
But
of?
if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Yeah, that must have been
I
the
don't
big
want to
one.
make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Okay, it's so dark. Guess I can't even walk this direction.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time
Two?
I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. So what, he got hit by the train? No. Can't have been a train here. What's that thing? There. Why are there chairs in the tree?
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
I'll probably get back there. Or, no, I can't even. Yes, I can. I guess I can't. What was that bell coming?
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit confused.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Where are they? Sensors? Can I light them up all at once? Probably not, right? Gonna give me something for going out here? Story bit? Happened to the old bridge? No. That's fine. I mean, a private beach? Big house. Some really unique architecture. I mean, like a decent place to grow up.
When you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Yeah, it's like a pretty strange family if you. Who's the other side there, right? Can't peek from this side.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yeah, that's a pretty messed up family if you.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but
The pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
God damn it, what?
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Fucking bunnies, dogs, cats, fish. Shatsy, what's Shatsy? What animals get 14? Maybe a dog. Another cat. Dog.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Okay. So they built a new one?
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Sanjay Milton.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
How do they even live long enough
There's
to
so many things I wish I could ask my mom now.
get children of their own?
Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh. So. Alright. He's got a pretty big belly.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Why is that? What do we know about her mom so far? Much, right?
They were both pretty intense.
Sorry, whose room is this? Sam's? Alright, we're gonna
Sam
wait.
spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
So is that Edith? I wonder who these people really are.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Okay. Alright, let's read about what happened to Sam. This'll get interesting. Alright, it's only photos.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Was it not good enough?
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
No.
I'm over here, Dad.
Not quite.
What? Am I missing something?
Just need to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can hit the road.
What am I stupid? Can I zoom? Ah,
What?
yeah, I feel.
It's too early, Dad.
Look over here, kid.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit.
Wait,
Okay, got it.
who takes a photo from that far away?
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Anything specific?
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
Nice. What else is there to take pictures of? Doesn't seem to be anything in the back. A canoe? What am I taking pictures of? Didn't I already take from these birds? What else is there? What? Missing something? Can I back out? This one? Taken on everything. What else is there? Seriously? Did I take... Just spam. Does she have infinite photos? What am I missing here? Got the canoe. Got the fireplace. We got the birds.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
How far to the right can I? See, not far at all, so what's the problem here? Ah, come on, what's going on here?
Nothing quite like being outside. Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
Want me to shoot a deer?
Give me a minute to check the
Red
map.
bean soup.
Let's see.
What the hell?
Maybe.
How did that happen?
Or was it?
Did I do that?
Could have been.
Am I logged in somewhere else? Snack stackers. Another bird.
Good eyes, Don.
What else am I taking a picture of? Cane. Coffee cup. Mug. Thermos. Should I just keep taking photos of him? What am I doing anymore? Okay, that's pretty scary. Yeah. So yeah, I was logged in somewhere else. Oh.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Where are you, Dawn?
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
That's a pretty good picture. That's fucking awful. Hold up. That is Pretty creepy, if you ask me.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Whoa!
Sorry, Dawn, just gotta reset the timer.
Oh! That's too good.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about—
Dad!
That's quite a way to go.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Alright, we got 5 left. Dude, that's pretty messed up. Get out of here? No, the door is still sealed. Way out here? This house is... It's quite something.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Gregory. Does it say? Is that 1 year old? Divorce contract. No, don't put it down. Oh. The marriage of Kay, Carline, Sam Finch. If you do not file your response on time, you may lose the case. Your wages, money, and property may be taken thereafter without further warning from court. There are other legal requirements. You may want to call an attorney. Know an attorney, you may call an attorney referral service or a legal aid office listed in the phone book. You choose to file a written response yourself. At the same time you file your written response to the court, you also email or take a copy of your written response to the party serving the summons. Never seen a document like this actually. Can written divorce contract. Lawsuit have.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Now we play as the baby?
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Now I play as the frog.
Bath time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Let me keep playing.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw,
Whoa.
it sure made him happy.
Get it down. Get the R. What does it say on the... Can I not get these letters down? We're stuck. Why? Even though it's Monday.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Fuck. No, it's never nice.
We never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I
You
was
gotta
a
do what
boy,
you gotta
they
do,
would wanna
right?
Name me Gus.
Yeah, nice to hear. Alright, 3 people left. Man, this is a dark ass dark story. Gus seemed like a little badass. That's our shooting. Go up. Miss anything down here? Yeah, I know. I work with IT.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
POS systems.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
All right. Yeah, you know, a lot of work in that field. But we all want to be at home playing video games instead, don't we? Dawn and Sanjay.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Lewis was her older brother, right? That's right.
When
We're
my
getting
dad
higher
died,
and higher.
I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Yeah, this is...
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Yeah, doesn't seem too normal. Building rooms and rooms on top of your house and homeschooling your kids.
But it didn't last.
Like this?
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Gave him a castle.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
I can go in. So this kid lived in here? Painting. Did he make this? It's pretty impressive for a, what, an 11-year-old kid?
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
So now I guess we're gonna find out how this kid died. No, wait, he disappeared. They don't know what happened to him, right?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Okay, so according to himself, he...
Mom spent months
went
searching
into his
for a brother.
painting.
Then she sealed the doors.
Oh, that's obviously just a painting.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
I mean, shit, he's really good for an 11-year-old, but wasn't he 11 years? Yeah, he died at 11, or else disappeared.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Seems like we're getting close to the end here.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Cannery. Sounds like a fun job. No? Thank you. So, who lived in this room, if you're gonna call it that? A boat up at the top of a house.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
His smell? Legalize marijuana! I like this dude. Wait, how old was this guy? Edith Finch. Seems he died at age 22. What happened to him? Letter to his mother.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to
Can I
wander.
Whoa. No way, this
I
is
asked
really
him to
cool.
describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth, he'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Oh.
And things that have not names.
Man, this is really cool.
He knew it was all in his head.
This
He
is
took it
so
very
cool.
seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Whoa, it's like Diablo,
about
man.
him then.
The Diablo. I don't know how to
Daydreaming at the
pronounce it in
cannery.
English.
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Oh, hello, doggy. Loyal companion.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
So what substance was this guy on? Man.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor.
Did he win?
And he won.
Of course he did.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Well, I'm still chopping.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
This is so cool.
New Louisville. St. Louis.
Fair enough.
He started drifting away from our reality.
Give me more fish. Cute. Ah, don't crash.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
You forgot to go home?
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Man, he must have been on some serious stuff.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen.
Who's this?
The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents. She's the badass, right?
Sinister serpents.
Ah.
He followed the sound of her.
She's a classic princess playing
Silver
the harp.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Gotta work faster, Lewis.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Or even Israel.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
No, I want to go back, be a king. This is my locker? Well, seems like it.
He began to forget the world we know.
Oh, I thought I was...
I think it
going
pained
home.
him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
That's a lot of fish.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Wait, himself?
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
There we go.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
This is more like it.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising them.
What's a calico?
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. The rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Fuck, man, that's really dark.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Yeah, he seemed like a cool guy, but with some issues. Couldn't have kept working in the cannery, I guess. I just want to see if I missed anything. I can't. So that.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
This is no good. It's closing in on 11:30 and I'm hungry. Guess we will be wrapping this up soon.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
Really?
But I understand why we left.
Everyone here dies.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Teach and to learn. O God, you'll call your servants to ventures of which we cannot see the end. Paths as yet untrodden, perils unknown. Give us faith to go out with good courage. Go, here we go. But oh, that your hand is leading us, love supporting us. Jesus, our Lord. Amen.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
That night.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
It's my room then?
But it had to end one way or another.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Edith, please let us know.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Didn't she say something in the beginning about everyone being buried?
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Going to the old house?
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
I can still see a little.
I got turned around.
How did that happen?
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
I guess that's plausible. They could have gone down here as well.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
This gonna be something
I never saw
supernatural?
Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while.
You have those gloves all
and
the
then
time.
She didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
Oh.
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
It's the kid.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Fuck, man. Died, childbirth, soon thereafter. Damn. That was very interesting. Very, very different. Never played anything like that, I guess. Yeah, that was cool. I mean, the fish adventure obviously was the coolest thing, I think. I really liked the baby bathtub. Of course, not the way it ended, but thanks, Yvonne. Gotta see Yuan's name in the credits. Does it actually better? I have it at 100 hertz. So right now it's a bit choppy. It actually does. That's strange. Or maybe it doesn't. Annapurna. Pretty nice credit scene as well, I guess. Hector Sanchez. Annapura. Jen. I thought I would see some Norwegian names, like Scandinavian names, considering the family were from Norway originally. The end. Interesting. Very good. Very good. Alright, well, that obviously does it for this playthrough. Thank you very much for tuning in. I liked it a lot. It was nice. Always fun with a game that does something different. Now I'm off to bed. It's very late. Have a good night, everyone. And thanks for tuning in.